Rabindranath Tagore, a Nobel laureate, great Indian writer and philosopher, once said, and I quote, "The true goal of education is to awaken a person's ability to imagine and create. Reach high for stars hidden in you. Dream deep, for every dream precedes the goal." Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, invitees, alumni, faculty members, cherished parents, and our talented students. A very warm welcome to the Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration's Annual Day and Awards function. Today, we gather not just as an institute, but as a family to celebrate the vibrant spirit that defines us. In WGSHA, we stand on the precipice of possibility, where the chapters of knowledge converge to form the narrative of enlightenment. On this annual day, as we unfold the pages of achievement, let us celebrate the brilliance that illuminates our educational odyssey. For it is in the learning that we discover the true artistry of the mind. I am pleased to welcome all of you on this memorable day of celebrating WGSHA. Your presence is acknowledged and appreciated. I, Khushi Saraf, student of 4th year BHM,
and I, Mahika Mehra, student of 2nd year BA Culinary Arts, welcome you on behalf of the Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration, WGSHA family, to the Annual Day and Awards Function 2023. The Annual Day celebration is the most cherished and remembered event of any higher educational institute. It reiterates why we are here together and what makes us a strong community. The event is not only a celebration of our talents and abilities alongside feast and festivity, but also an acknowledgement of the hard work put into the academic and co-curricular activities by the students. As the sun bows to the horizon and shadows embrace the stillness, our invocation song rises like a gentle breeze, carrying whispers of reverence and hope. Let us remember the benevolent ascents of Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, through the soulful voice of Miss Kirtana Shankar, student of MSc Dietetics and Applied Nutrition.
Shri Vignarajam Bhaje, Shri Vignarajam Bhaje, Shri Vignarajam Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Tamiga Shri Vignarajam Bhaje. Kanakakeyuraharavali kalita gambira gauragiri shobham shushobham. Kanakakeyuraharavali kalita gambira gauragiri shobham shushobham. Kamadi bayavarita moodamada kalikalusha kanditamakanda pratapam. Sanaka Sukanarada Patanjali Parachara Madanga Muni Sangha Sallabam Satya Paramabjanalyana Pramuda Mukti Taratattvamasi Nitya Nigamadi Swarupam Shri Vignarajam Bhaje, Shri Vignarajam Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Ham Bhaje, Tamiga Shri Vignarajam Bhaje.
Thank you, Kirtana, for that absolutely mesmerizing rendition.
As students walk around the Manipal campus, we cannot but be forever grateful to the late Dr. Tonse Madhava Ananta Pai, the architect of this beautiful education hub. He is a legend and a true visionary who has been a constant source of inspiration, and we are indebted to him for building this magnificent empire of Manipal. This year is the 125th birth anniversary of our beloved founder, and it is time to remember the legacy of Dr. TMA Pai. We always feel his presence and seek his blessings by paying tribute. I request the AV team to play the tribute video created by our students.
Customer, knowing what every person needs. understanding problems of people he served. This is what I found was he stands tall, he stands tall in the hearts and minds of people in Manipal. Don't say Madhav, Anant Pai stands tall. He lives today and will live forevermore. Catering from door to door and easing difficulties, founding banks and colleges in various fields, establishing this monument of higher education. This is what I found was he stands tall, he stands tall in the hearts and minds of people in Manipal. Don't say Madhav, Anant Pai stands tall. He lives today and will live forevermore. He lives today and will live forevermore.
Thank you, AV team, for that mesmerizing song. It is our pleasure and honor to welcome the distinguished guests, alumni, parents, students, and well-wishers on behalf of the WGSHA family. We are pleased to have the ever-inspiring First Lady of Manipal, Madam Vasanti Pai, trustee, MAHE Trust, whose gracious presence is always cherished. We welcome you, ma'am, and express our deep gratitude for accepting our invitation to be a part of this beautiful evening. Dr H S Ballal, Pro-Chancellor, MAHE, is a constant support for each and every happening of this Manipal Empire. He is with us today to enhance the charm of the occasion. His personality and presence is a source of motivation for the students and staff of Manipal. We extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. We also acknowledge the presence of Madam Indira Ballal on this occasion and welcome her. The brand image and reputation of WGSHA is greatly boosted by the presence of ITC Limited alongside MAHE. The 50-year-long association between MAHE and ITC Limited is one of the unique initiatives by the visionaries of both organizations. Representing ITC Hotels Limited, we have Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President, Human Resources and Learning and Development, Hotels Division, ITC Limited, with us today as the chief guest of today's event. It is our pleasure and honor to have you today with us, sir. We wholeheartedly welcome you. Lieutenant General Dr. D Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor, MAHE, is the guest of honor for today's event. He is the pillar of support for WGSHA endeavors. His encouragement and appreciation of WGSHA's growth and development are always valued. Team WGSHA wholeheartedly welcomes you, sir. We heartily welcome Madam Mrs. Kusuma Venkatesh. We appreciate your presence, ma'am.
We welcome Mr. C.G. Mutana, Chief Operating Officer, MAHE. We are glad to have you with us, sir. We welcome Dr. Narayana Sabhahit, Pro Vice Chancellor, Technology and Science, MAHE, on this occasion. Sir, your constant support in progressing the educational advancements of our college is always acknowledged and appreciated. A warm welcome to you. We are happy to have Mrs. Jayalakshmi Sabhahit with us. We welcome you, ma'am. It is our pleasure to welcome Dr. N N Sharma, Pro Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Planning, MAHE. We are happy to have you with us, sir. We are pleased to welcome Dr. Giridhar Kini, Registrar, MAHE. His role in the smooth functioning of WGSHA will be thanked always. With deep gratitude, we welcome you, sir. We would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. PLNG Rao, Advisor, MAHE. A warm welcome to you, sir. We have with us Dr. Vinod V. Thomas, Registrar, Evaluation, MAHE, who guides the MAHE institutions to maintain academic rigor. We welcome you, sir. Colonel Prakash Chandra, Advisor, General Services, MAHE, has always supported WGSHA in organizing and coordinating events. We heartily welcome you, sir. We welcome Mr. Sridhar Rao, Director, General Services, MAHE. We greatly appreciate your facilitation of our activities, sir. We would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Geeta Maya, Director of Student Affairs, MAHE. It is a pleasure to have you with us this evening, ma'am. Dr. Rohit Singh, Director, Alumni Relations, MAHE, is always willing to stand by us in every alumni-related event of the Institute. We appreciate your presence, sir. We acknowledge and appreciate the presence of Mr. Prashant Rao Arur, co-founder and CEO, Alt Realtech, and Executive Director, Shankar Vittal Motors and the Avatar Hotel, Mangalore. A warm welcome to you, sir. Mr. Akshay Kulkarni, our beloved alumnus from the 5th course BHM, is with us today. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of Greenview Hotels Private Limited, Mumbai. He is one of our adjunct faculty teaching the subjects related to real estate, finance, hospitality, law, and corporate governance. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, sir. Mr. Rupesh Pandey, General Manager, Fortune Valley View, is with us today. FIVV always supports the smooth functioning of WGSHA activities, and we are thankful for your continued support. We express our deep gratitude and welcome you to today's function.
We welcome all the awardees who are here to receive their awards. We are glad that you are here with us today to cherish the happenings of this event. We take this opportunity to acknowledge the best wishes from Dr. Ranjan Pai, President, MAHE Trust and Chairman, MEMG, and Madam Shruti Pai, Creative Director, MEMG. On behalf of Team WGSHA, we thank MAHE leadership for their continuous patronage of WGSHA. We welcome all the members of the Pai family, heads of MAHE institutions, administrative heads of MAHE, print and electronic media, and all members of the Fortune Valley View. We welcome the parents of our beloved students who have joined us this evening and all our invited guests who are present here to enjoy this function. We now invite on stage our dynamic principal, Dr. Chef K. Thiru, to present the annual report for the year 2022-23.
Good evening, everyone. Madam, sorry, my students forgot. We welcome Madam Indira Ballal. I'll find them. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed dignitaries, guests, alumni, parents, most importantly, bright and talented students of WGSHA. It is truly an honor and privilege to stand before you today as we gather, reflect upon, and celebrate another remarkable year in the academic journey of WGSHA. As we come together for this annual report presentation, it is a moment to acknowledge the achievements, challenges, and progress that have shaped our institution over the past years. As you all know, WGSHA founded in 1986 and introducing the hospitality degree in the country, and we collaborated with ITC in 1987, and 2000 2011, we started the Culinary Arts Department to celebrate our Silver Jubilee, along with our Silver Jubilee. 2023, we moved to new building. It's one of the world's largest infrastructure facility in the hotel management, hospitality, education space. WGSHA offers 6 degree programs, including UG and PG program, and all these programs are regulated by UGC or AICT. Currently, 1,296 students on roll. We thank our MAHE leadership team for their commitment to academic excellence, research, innovation, and community engagement. It has been truly inspiring. The leadership emphasis on creating a collaborative and forward-thinking atmosphere has cultivated an environment where students and faculty alike can thrive, pushing their boundaries of knowledge and contributing to the broader academic community. Our sincere gratitude to our ITC leadership team. The collaboration between our esteemed institution and ITC Hotels Division has not only been partnership, but as a testament to power of synergies between academia and industry. Under the ITC thoughtful guidance, our students have privilege of gaining real-world insights, industry knowledge, and hands-on experience that have undoubtedly enriched their academic journey and prepared them for dynamic hospitality landscape. Let us begin with Pillar 1, Excellence in Education. Our commitment to providing top-notch education reflected in the achievements of students. This year, we have witnessed outstanding academic performance and notable accomplishment. In the realm of technology and innovation, WGSHA has embraced new frontier. Our commitment to staying at the cutting edge of education has led to integrating advanced technologies in classroom, virtual learning platforms, and collaborative tools that prepared our students for the challenge of rapidly evolving world. The college has been ranked consistently by various ranking agencies. Among public and private, number 2, and private, we are number 1. I'm happy to share our placements record, and placement is a bridge to transform academic excellence into real-world success and acting a crucial link between colleges and industry expectation. And 2022-23, 252 students opted for the placements, and 95 students have got selected for management trainee. It is the largest in the country. Students, big round of applause for you for bringing laurels to this institute. Ongoing placements, currently already 75 students have been placed as a management trainee, and coming months I'm sure the more company visits and more management trainees will be added in various hospitality and allied industry. We are always proud and happy that WGSHA is a preferred college for recruitment as well as for the internship, and the national and international internship has played a pivotal role for giving our students global perspective on the hospitality industry. Students from WGSHA had unique opportunities to immerse themselves in diverse culture, work environments, and industry practices, further enhancing their adaptability and expanding their horizon. To promote learning by doing, we have various teaching tools to name SESIM, STR, Oracle, IDS, and so on and so forth. We have recently signed a MOU with Tamara and Avatar Hotel. I'm happy that Mr. Prashant Rao has witnessed this event, and he is also part of our alumni, he is also a part of Entrepreneurship Enclave meet. We look overall development of our students. For that, we invited several guest speakers from industry and other organizations and conducted by various workshops and seminars to learn about current trends and development. So we conducted several workshops which improve student skills and hands-on training, and workshop almost 16, 27 guest talk, FDP 6, expert session 18. It brings immense joy to shine spotlight on exceptional contribution of our dynamic student council to the success and vibrancy of WGSHA. Student council, comprising dedicated and passionate student leaders, has been at the forefront of fostering sense of community, promoting students' engagement and enhancing the overall college experience. Their commitment to service, leadership, and collaboration has been truly commendable. Our sports enthusiasts have displayed exemplary sportsmanship and skills on the field, whether it is a basketball court, soccer field, or in gym. Our students have demonstrated discipline, teamwork, passion for physical well-being. We thank Colonel Prakash for all his support and being as the chief guest for our sports day. A fun day of scribbling on shirts and t-shirts is held in Scribbling Day. The farewell are held for all outgoing batches of UG and PG programs. We actively seek to address societal needs and contribute to positive change, whether it is supporting local schools, organizing health campus, participating environmental initiative, our community engagement program, not only enrich the lives of those we serve, but also to promote students with invaluable practical experience and deepened sense of civic responsibility. I am pleased to report on the successful implementation of Faculty Development Program, a cornerstone of our commitment to academic excellence and continuous improvement. The Faculty Development Program has catalyzed professional growth among our endeavors. Through targeted workshops, seminars, and training sessions, faculty members update themselves with latest pedagogical trends, technological advancement, and best practices in their respective fields. The impact of this program extended beyond the faculty members themselves, positively influencing the overall academic culture and student learning experience at WGSHA. To equip our students with diverse skill set that goes beyond the traditional academic knowledge, our various workshops and other hands-on training which help the students to learn besides the regular classes, and they will be able to connect with what is current trends and practices which is followed in industry. Cultural extravaganza, dance, music, drama, visual arts took center stage, reflecting the rich cultural diversities define WGSHA. The event not only celebrated artistic expression, but also promoted inclusivity and unity among our students. Students get acquainted with local culture and perform enthusiastically in all festivals. Beyond books into passion, our enthusiastic students extends far beyond the classroom with plethora of extracurricular activities adding color and vibrancy to campus life. These activities foster a sense of community, teamwork, personal growth, ensuring a well-rounded educational experience. This is some of the festivals we celebrated this semester. Themed lunch provide an exciting platform for our culinary enthusiasts to explore India's micro-cuisines, whether it is cultural celebration, a seasonal theme, or creative fusion concept. These themed lunches allow students to indulge in new, unique culinary experience, expanding their palates and cultural awareness as we continue to explore new themes. Creative concept of our lunch program, we are committed to ensuring that each dining experience not only feast for the taste buds, but also now opportunity for the students to engage, learn, and connect actively. The Christmas fruit mixing event is the most awaited event before Christmas, and we are glad that the First Lady of Manipal, Madam Vasanti Pai, takes part in this event, which means a lot to us. We are grateful to senior MAHE officials for joining this event, as all of them enjoy the mixing event hunting for silver coins. G20 Summit is a prestigious international event that brings together leaders from the world's largest economies to discuss and address global challenges. This year, we have been granted the privilege of contributing to the summit, providing hospitality services to delegate dignitaries attendees. We believe that students' involvement in these endeavors, We believe that the student involvement in these endeavors not only adds the dynamics of youthful energy to the event, but also provide the valuable learning experience. It is with immense pride and joy we share the success of our recent convocation dinner, an event made extraordinary by the exceptional contribution of our talented students and faculty members. The students display their dedication and the skills, and they have cooked 5,000 attendees, making this event the most memorable one in this semester. It is a great pleasure that we share the vibrant, inspiring highlight of recent Entrepreneurship Conclave and Innovation Day. Two cornerstone events that exemplify our students' commitment, nurturing creativity and fostering an entrepreneurial spirit within our academic community. The Entrepreneurship Conclave served as a dynamic platform for students and budding entrepreneurs to connect, collaborate, and gain insights the established industry leaders. We extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Prashant Arur, keynote speaker for this conclave, and he shared the great vision behind the hospitality industry and how it's going to evolve in future. Students' laurels we always cherish. Academically, we have seen our students continue to excel in their pursuits. The dedication of our faculty and the passion of our students have resulted in noteworthy achievements in various fields of study, whether it's a groundbreaking research, exemplary performance in sports and arts, or community services initiated. Our students have proven that time and again they are not just learners but also leaders. This is a couple of achievements. Students went and took part various national level competition and brought a lot of laurels to this institution. The National Skill Development Corporation, NSD, and the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship recognized the college institution contribution to the training of World Skills 2022 Special Edition. The principal and Mr. Paritosh Dabral was felicitated role of experts in restaurant skills and the cooking. This is a couple of achievements. Dr. Rajshekhar completed his PhD, Narayan Prabhu completed his PhD, and Dr. Dilip has completed PhD, and Dr. Anusha was appointed as a research associate for the George Institute of Global Health Science, New Delhi. The center, we have launched recently Center of Indian Cuisine and Food Culture to create awareness about the relationship between Indian food, our history, culture, and encourage more scholarly studies in the field. We are fortunate to have Chef Vikas Khanna and Madam Vasanti Pai and MAHE officials for inaugurating this center. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that we showcase remarkable achievements of our esteemed faculty in the realm of research and publications. And our faculty members have been actively engaged in cutting-edge research across diverse fields, resulting in a significant increase in the quantity and quality of research output. The annual report will feature a comprehensive overview, the range of research projects undertaken by our faculty, reflecting their commitment to advancing knowledge in their respective disciplines. In 2023, there have been 31 publications, 3 patent filing, 4 copyrights, 4 research consultancy, 9 international collaboration publications. The book has been published by Dr. Senthil, which has been a collection of 52 cases. Along with Dr. Senthil, Dr. Partho was also co-authored with other faculty members from other institutes. Our students and faculty members actively contributed to the development of caselets, sharing their unique perspective insight. These collaborative efforts ensure that the content resonates with the student body, making learning experience more relevant and relatable. Developing mini caselet book series has been an inspiring journey for our students and faculty members. This book will be launched this evening. Our faculty members have actively participated in various national and international conferences, presenting their research findings, engaging in scholarly discussion. Our faculty commitment to provide high-quality research being further validated by recognizing their papers, the best papers and the best posters and various conferences. This acknowledge reinforces the caliber of research excellence that's synonymous with WGSHA. Mr. Vagesh, Dr. Anusha, and Dr. Namrata, and Partho, and Dr. Senthil won Best Paper Award and Posters Award. Under consultancy, WGSHA has hosted workshops for the MIT leadership and the HOD teams on grooming and team building exercise through cooking. And also we conducted grooming and soft skill workshop for TAPME integrated program students. We have several copyrights and patents. Moving on internationalization, we recognize the importance of global perspective in the hospitality, culinary, nutrition, education. This year, we have expanded our international collaborations, providing our students with opportunities, cross-culture experience, and global networking. Last year, John Neisser and Ralph visited from HSD representative, and WGSHA is the only one college in Asia Pacific regions to get this accreditation. This is vouching for our quality culinary nutrition education. WGSHA has signed MOU with Emirates Academy of Hospitality Management, Dubai, And this is giving a lot of opportunity for our current students, and 2 of our students will be pursuing semester abroad program in coming semester. We are working with at Sunrise. The MOU initiation is already on, and it will be finalized. And principal visited Korea Global Chef School on International Chefs program, and followed by 2 of our faculty and 17 students visited to Korea Global School for a cuisine and culture camp. Along with students, Chef Shama and Prasanjis accompanied them for a 10 days program. Principal conducted virtual cooking demo class for Washington State University and Fairleigh Dickinson University, Vancouver. This is a couple of our international students who came and took food enthusiast program. We are happy and honored that German Council General South India came and experienced micro cuisines of India in contemporary way. Moving on next, effective alumni engagement. Alumni engagement is a crucial aspect of our school success. Our alumni are pride and ambassadors. This have been implemented with effective strategies to engage our alumni, fostering a strong supportive network. Express gratitude to all alumni who have contributed, acknowledge their vital role in shaping our future of this institute. Encourage continued support from alumni all over the world. Alumni contribution go beyond financial support, encompassing of time and expertise and commitment to fostering a strong, connected community. We have recently launched, in the month of March, we have launched Dubai Alumni Chapter, where we had a good response. 75 of our alumni who's occupying in Middle East region coveted positions were present, and it was a great honor and pride to meet them. Several alumni accolades. I will not be able to justify the list of alumni. Just to name few, Mr. Rohit Ramachandran made in the prestigious Forbes list of the Middle East top 100 travel and tourism leaders. Again, couple of alumni achievements. Sorry if I missed somebody, not intentionally. WGSHA acknowledge their achievements and appreciate them for creating legacies. We wish our alumni good health and success always. We are proud to have Mr. Jiju Varghese, who has come from South Africa to receive Distinguished Alumnus Award, and followed by Ms. Smita Kaul will be awarded as Distinguished Alumna this evening. Thank you, Jiju, and thank you, Smita, for accepting our awards, and also your support to our alma mater. It's tremendous. And our alumni endowment, we have received 14 lakhs from 7th course BHM students. They constituted endowment fund late Kapil Aguja's Memorial Scholarship, and also Mr. Rishit Bandari contributed 3 lakhs for underprivileged students to study in this college.
This is such a great pleasure for me, because I constantly say that WGSHA is the greatest cooking college in this world, because this is the proof. We have Chef Hussain, who's really crossed the boundaries of representing India to the world, and we have 2 amazing chefs to prove it.
Chef Thiru, you're awesome. The college is outstanding, and what a benchmark you have with chefs like Chef Hussain and Chef Vikas. You should be really proud of them.
Chef Thiru, I can't wait to meet you and come to the campus. I'm really excited.
We are thankful to MAHE leadership for providing the state-of-the-art facilities among the world's largest infrastructure, hotel management and culinary education. We have now consolidated, excluding hotel facilities, we are close to 1,59,000 square feet with the equipment worth of close to 20 crores. Students, you are lucky to study in this college. Please give them a big round of applause to leadership team. Way forward, we will be always launching the program which focus on more employability and nation building. So we will be launching BBA in Hospitality and Services Management, and BHM program will be revamped with the more specialization options, and BA Culinary Arts program from 3 years, it will be moved to 4 years, and introducing specialization like food preservation and processes, and health and wellness culinary science and food security. As we reflect on the past year, let us also look forward with optimism and determination. The journey ahead is filled with opportunities for growth, innovation, positive change. Together, as united community, we can build upon our success and overcome any challenges that may come our way. Our sincere gratitude to ITC MAHE leadership team. Your vision and guidance have played pivotal role in shaping our institute into thriving academic community it is today. We look forward to your continued support as we strive for ever greater heights in the coming years. Thank you for leadership and dedication to pursuit of excellence in education. I want to take a moment to express deep gratitude to talented students, dedicated faculty, the hardworking administrative staff, and the supportive community contribute to the success of WGSHA. It is the collective effort, every individual associated with this institute, that propels us forward and allows us to reach new heights. In closing, I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for being integral part of WGSHA family. Your passion, dedication, commitment, excellence are driving force behind our institution. And one team, one dream. Jai Hind. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for presenting the WGSHA laurels. We promise we will be more robust and achieve more success in the coming year. I now invite Ms. Anushka Bhattacharya from the third course BA Culinary Arts to continue with the proceedings.
Effective alumni relations always remain at the heart of WGSHA's pursuit of excellence. We are delighted to receive the continued support and involvement of alumni in WGSHA's endeavors. Former Chairman, ITC Limited, late Mr. Y.C. Deveshwar, Padma Bhushan awardee, and MAHE Chancellor Dr. Ramdas M. Pai, Padma Bhushan awardee, jointly instituted the Distinguished Alumni Award in the year 2012. In 2019, with the support of Mr. Sanjeev Puri, Chairman of ITC Limited, and Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President, Human Resources and Learning and Development, ITC, WGSHA initiated the rewarding of an alumnus and alumna. This exemplary honor is presented to the selected WGSHA alumni in appreciation and recognition of their significant contributions to the hospitality industry and the society at large in India and across the world. This year, it is our privilege to honor two distinguished alumni with the award of Distinguished Alumnus and Alumna for the year 2023. I invite Mr. Abhinav Rao to please read the citation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to read the citation of today's distinguished alumnus, Mr. Jiju Varghese. Mr. Jiju Varghese is an accomplished professional recognized for his outstanding contributions to tourism and organizational development. Currently, as the founder of a tourism business partnership advisory firm, he continues to drive impactful projects across Southern Africa. His commitment to responsible tourism and strategic advisory roles with government bodies further illustrates his dedication to advancing the industry. His expertise spans from managing renowned establishments like Holiday Inn and McDonald's to spearheading transformative initiatives at the South African national parks. His pivotal role in establishing pioneering public-private partnerships revolutionized the tourism landscape, creating thousands of jobs and generating substantial revenue while setting global standards. Beyond his personal endeavors, Jiju enjoys family travels, immersing himself in diverse cultures and cherishing natural environments. Mr. Varghese's understanding of the tourism industry made him an authority in public-private partnerships in tourism. As the head of business development at the South African National Parks from 2002, he ensured that the principles of responsible tourism were achieved through PPPs at a globally benchmark level for 14 years. He was also the acting managing executive of tourism, development and marketing, leading operations, sales and marketing, research and the loyalty program. Since August 2022, he has been the advisor for the NW Parks Board on commercialization and the wildlife economy. Born in Ethiopia and raised in Zambia, Mr. Varghese's journey led him through India, where he pursued his education in hotel management before embarking on a remarkable career. He received the BHM degree in 1989 from Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration, Manipal. A Vakshite in the true spirit, Mr. Varghese embodies the characteristics cherished at Vaksha: hardworking, innovative, and dedicated to the professional ethos. In recognition of Mr. Jiju Varghese's outstanding professional accomplishments and contributions to the travel and hospitality industry, the Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration and its alumni proudly present him with this award. I now request Dr. Vidya Patwardhan to escort Mr. Jiju Varghese, graduate from the First Course BHM and the Student Council President of First Course, to the stage. I request Madam Vasanti Pai, Dr. H S Ballal, Mr. Sanjay Bose, Dr. D Venkatesh, and Dr. Rohit Singh to please come to the stage and felicitate Mr. Jiju Varghese. I request Dr. Chef K. Thiru to escort the dignitaries onto the stage.
The Distinguished Alumna of the Year 2023 is Ms. Sumita Kaul, graduate from the 6th Course BHM. I request Dr. Vidya Patwardhan to escort Ms. Sumita Kaul onto stage. I request Madam Vasanti Pai, Dr. H S Ballal, Mr. Sanjay Bose, Dr. D Venkatesh, and Dr. Rohit Singh to please come onto stage to felicitate Ms. Sumita Kaul. Thank you, dignitaries. Ms. Samita Kaul, a distinguished alumna of WGSHA Manipal, embarked on her illustrious journey in the hospitality industry as a hotel operations management trainee with the Taj Group of Hotels. Her professional trajectory led her to prominent roles at ITC Hotels Vadodara and eventually brought her back to the alma mater, where she seamlessly balanced responsibilities as faculty front office at WGSHA and front office manager at Hotel Valley View. Undergoing a transformative phase, she seamlessly shifted her career to the beauty and wellness domain, making significant contributions to renowned establishments such as Kaya Skin Clinics of Marico Industries and Lakme Salon, Hindustan Unilever. In 2017, Ms. Kaul ventured into an entrepreneurship by becoming the co-owner of Lakme Salon, and simultaneously, she took charge of 2 Lakme academies in Pune. Over the span of the last 22 years, Ms. Kaul has left an incredible mark on Pune's beauty and wellness landscape. She's also the expert consultant of Origin, a prominent Pune-based skin and Ayurveda clinic. She's an experienced business manager with a history of working in the beauty and wellness as well as hospitality consumer industry. Her professional expertise includes the domains of sales, operations, coaching, retail, strategic planning, business development, and multi-unit management. Ms. Sumita Kaul received the BHM degree in 1995 from the Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration, Manipal. In recognition of Ms. Sumita's outstanding professional accomplishments and contributions to the hospitality and beauty industry, the Welcomgroup Graduate School of Hotel Administration and its alumni proudly presented her this award today. Thank you.
I now request Mr. Jiju Varghese to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Thank you for making me feel 19 again. I'm here to say thank you, so it's going to be very short and sweet. But to get an award from your alma mater for anyone in the world is a big thing. To get it from WGSHA is absolutely incredible. So before I give a little 2-minute speech, I thought I'd need to acknowledge the presence of the senior dignitaries here. Mr. Sanjay Bose from Welcomgroup, thank you, and I'm sure you're representing a lot of people, so all protocol observed. Lieutenant General D Venkatesh, I think he is here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I see you have a whole troop, like when you're in the army, who are supporting you. So all protocol observed for everybody from the Pai management. And our own chef, Thiru, thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here. And a very short story about myself. I heard that they had in the recital that I was born in Ethiopia, raised in Zambia. But I came here. I came for a pre-university course in Trivandrum because I am from Kerala. My parents are from there. So we came to Trivandrum. I did 2 years there. And then 1986, I came into WGSHA. We were the first batch. For most of the students there, I guess your parents wouldn't have been born at that time. But yeah, we were the first batch to come here. To think of it, my first sort of formal speech was done here. There was a students' council. I happened to be the president of it for that year. I think it was the first time for Welcomgroup. And a few meters from there, on the top there, I had to make my first formal speech. So it's really, something that it's bringing me back to when I was 19. And I'm 56, by the way. Manipal gave me all that confidence. From there, I've had an entire career. I'm 56, and in terms of how long have I been in Africa, next year I would be there for 50 years. It's a very long time. But Manipal was the foundation of it. When I came from Africa into India, I was a nervous sort of foreign kid. Manipal groomed me. It made me like strong in terms of visioning. It made me like a leader. So I stood for elections. I won that elections, etc. So Manipal was a lot in terms of giving me the confidence. 1990 onwards, I worked for Holiday Inn for a bit and McDonald's for a bit. who ran some cinemas, multiplex complexes where, you know, I was in charge of the popcorn and coke, in other words. We had 68 multiplex cinemas around the country. So we were in charge of that. And then I decided, like every Indian parent wanted me to do, and I wanted to do it for myself, I went and did an MBA. After which, for about 22 years, and it tells you how old I am, I've been largely in the ecotourism space, in tourism development. Largely through public-private partnerships, which is a very, you know, regulated process from the government side, and the environmentalists and the lobby groups are there. So we did that, and that gave me the confidence, and that's really who I am. I did that formally for the South African national parks. You would have heard of the Kruger National Parks. It's a big institution. We have about 15,000 beds, or they have about 15,000 beds on any given night for sale. And we ran at about 90% occupancy. So it's in remote areas of the country of South Africa. The disparity between the rich and the poor is very high. So remote areas means more job demands, and we could create sustainable jobs there. And we brought in private sector investors into state land. So it was a whole thing that went very well. After about 2016, we started consulting in that space, and I'm involved in other businesses, like I chair certain boards, and I have an import company, etc. But it was all about that. But I mean, for me, the tourism space is very special. Hotels are one part of it. Tourism globally is growing at about 9%. Which means it's larger than any large growing economy, the biggest being ours, the Indian economy. And it grows about 9%. The eco component globally and here would be growing about 12 to 13%. So it made a lot of business sense, and to put fundamentals in there so that you have responsible tourism was what I want to be remembered by. So yeah, that's the little I wanted to talk to everybody. But I'm here really to say thank you. And thank you to Chef Thiru. Thiru, wow, man. You know, I'm on social media, so I see this guy, Chef Thiru, the principal. He's on social media every time. How busy can this young man be? He's younger than me, by the way, which is why I call him Chef Thiru. And he's just fundamentally full of energy. This time in the world, this sort of institution where we are, they need somebody there like you here. So to all the students out there, I think, you know, give him a big round of applause. You're very lucky to have him. To Welcomgroup, I mean, we were called CHARM. We were the College of Hotel and Restaurant Management, so abbreviated to CHARM. As soon as we were CHARM, and then a year later, Welcomgroup took over. Welcomgroup, as all of you know, I'm speaking to the converted, is, I mean, what a group of hotels, and then them being part of the ITC, an integrated sort of system of the FMCG industry. Looking at it, I mean, what better partnership? I mean, when I was 19, 20, when I came here, I did not realize that. I mean, to have a corporate training from a big institution like that, I mean, you guys are, you know, it's, you know, me included, are privileged. So thank you, sir, and a big round of applause for Mr. Sanjay Bose. To the Manipal management, I mean, when I saw the First Lady, I mean, I was always, it gave me goosebumps. She looks pretty much exactly the same like when we were here in the 80s. Lieutenant General Venkatesh and your proud team. Today, I'm probably a very proud alumni of Manipal. I keep contact with various WGSHA students in India and around the world, and there's a constant contact. We also have a lot of interaction with the KMC and MIT guys, and I'm probably their African representative. I have anyone who wants to go to a game reserve, because Africa Game Reserves Jiju has got a big correlation and a thread line, so they contact me and I really do a tour operator function. We have Sayana John, she was from KMC, she's coming in July next year. We have various people coming in, but today I went into that museum. Chef Thiru, he said, no, go through them. The gentleman in the back, the ENT specialist, we met him. And wow, you know, I mean, one looks at the vision of Dr. TMA Pai, you look at Dr. Ramdas Pai, Ranjan Pai, all of you. I mean, it's not an individual thing. If you go into the West, at best, universities like Stanford or the Ivy League universities are probably going to maintain it. In the next 30 years, I don't know if they're going to have that premium position globally. But what I've seen in the last 30 years since I've left here, I left here 34 years ago. I mean, this is so incredible. And the thought process and the leadership in there is so incredible. So big hand to the Manipal MAHE team. And last and not least, the students of this institution. I mean, wow, we walked into here yesterday and you could feel the energy. I didn't want to see what was this side, but I mean, we kept peeping. And I mean, the enthusiasm of these guys are just absolutely incredible. It's obviously sponging off from Thiru, but I mean, these guys are busy, they're organized, and just look at them. And I came with my daughter. She's Sarah, sitting in the back with the cell phone there. Sarah's also 19. I walked into here when I was 19, so she's pretty much the age group of all of you here. And she was saying, Dad, I know where you got your energy from. And so big hand of applause for all of you. And with this, you know, thank you very much. Absolute pleasure and privilege for me. Thank you, Chef Thiru. Cheers, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for our very deserving and distinguished alumnus. Thank you, sir. I'm sure it is quite nostalgic for you to recollect memories of Manipal. Thank you for sharing your success journey to motivate the prospective hoteliers and appreciating your alma mater. I now invite Ms. Sumita Kaul to address the gathering.
Good evening, distinguished guests, Chef Thiru, Mr. Sanjay Bose. I had a speech prepared. I had 5 pages of that speech. But Manipal is in my heart. The last time I was here, I made a statement and I stand by it. I have left a little piece of my heart in this place, and that's why I keep coming back. My journey started in 1991. The foundations to dare to dream, to achieve, perseverance, patience, everything was sown here on this very land. I started my trek with the hospitality sector, but moved on to other mountains. I'm still scaling them, and I'm sure the students here also feel that these mountains are daunting. But don't worry, parents, don't worry. It's going to be easy when you just put your heart and soul, and the rest of it is taught by WGSHA. I'm not going to take too much time. I'm just very overwhelmed by this award, and I thank the entire management of MAHE, especially Chef Thiru, who has recognized whatever little bit that we can give back to our alma mater. And of course, Jiju has raised the standards of giving an alumni speech, so I'm just going to leave the stage and say thank you very much. WGSHA lives on and will continue to shine on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. I now request Ms. Tejashwini Agarwal to continue the proceedings.
We are excited to announce the publication of the short cases book titled Lived Experiences of Hospitality Connoisseurs. It is a collection of 52 short cases written by the faculty members of WGSHA with the support of selected students in the year 2022. It is about the dynamic experiences in the hospitality and culinary world. It is an amalgamation of stories in the workplace, diversity and inclusion, sustainable food practices, entrepreneurial innovations, and diverse culinary traditions. It is a book written to appeal to general readers interested in the field of hospitality and cuisine. The book is published and printed at the Manipal Universal Press, MAHE, Manipal. We are thankful to our beloved Vice Chancellor for the approval of the special budget for printing the book. We are grateful to Dr. Neeta Inamdar, Mr. Arvind N., and the MU Press team for the timely publication of the book. I request Dr. H S Ballal, Lieutenant General Dr. D Venkatesh, Mr. Sanjay Bose, Dr. Chef K. Thiru,
Dr. Vidyapatwardhan, Dr. Senthil Kumaran, and Dr. Partho Pratim Seal to join Sir on stage to unveil the book. A huge round of applause for the efforts by the faculty members of WGSHA. I also request Dr. Narayana Sabhahit to please join us on the stage. A huge round of applause, audience. Thank you, ma'am and sirs, for your continued encouragement and support. I now request Ms. Ananya Goswami to introduce today's guest of honor.
We are privileged to have Lieutenant General Dr. M. D. Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor MAHE with us today as a guest of honor. Lieutenant General Dr. M. D. Venkatesh graduated from Mysore Medical College in 1978 with an excellent academic record of accomplishment and was commissioned in Army Medical Corps in 1979. He acquired his MS ENT from Mumbai University in 1986 and is celebrated ENT surgeon. He has contributed significantly in the field of medical education, having trained generations of undergraduate and postgraduate students in the Armed Forces Medical College, AFMC, Pune, and having had the unique distinction of holding over the years all the academic positions in AFMC from Reader to Dean. He served the Armed Forces for 38 years, during which, besides academic appointments, he has also held very important administrative appointments and is credited with many laurels. He is an advisor to Defense Research Development Organization, DRDO, on Indigenous Cochlear Implant Development Program. Dr. Venkatesh has been a keen researcher and has published extensively and contributed chapters in book in the field of otolaryngology and medical education. He has been an examiner and a postgraduate teacher on otorhinolaryngology in various prestigious medical colleges and universities across India. He has been the governor in the Board of Governors from Indian Academy of Otolaryngology and Head and Neck Surgery. He is a member of Medical Advisory Council for newly commissioned National Medical Commission. He is a recipient of numerous honors and awards, including the prestigious Vishisht Seva Medal by President of India. After serving Armed Forces Medical Services for 38 years and prior to assuming the Vice Chancellor of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, he was the Vice Chancellor of Sikkim Manipal University and successfully completed his 3-year term. Under his leadership, SMU achieved recognition as a leading private university in the country. Lieutenant General Dr. M. D. Venkatesh is currently the Vice Chancellor of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, MAHE. I request Dr. Raj Shekhar to escort Sir onto the stage to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody, and warm greetings to all of you from Manipal Academy of Higher Education, an institution of eminence deemed to be university. Chief guest for today's evening, Mr. Sanjay Bose, Madam Vasanti Pai, Trustee MAHE and First Lady of Manipal in absentia. She was here, she has left the function for some other engagement. Dr H S Ballal, Mrs. Indira Ballal, my wife Kusuma, Chef Thiru, colleagues from the university, faculty from WGSHA, distinguished guests, parents, beloved students, and more than anything else, very distinguished alumni of WGSHA. All the guests, ladies and gentlemen, press and media, I'm very happy to be present here today, this evening. And before I start my small little speech, let me congratulate Mr. Jiju Varghese, the Distinguished Alumnus 2023, and Ms. Sumita Kaul, Distinguished Alumna 2023. Both of you are making MAHE and WGSHA very proud by keeping our flags flying high in your own area of interest and in your own countries within India and outside of India. We are really proud of you, sir and madam. Continue the great work and inspire the generation of WGSHA students who are going to follow your footsteps to greatness. Thank you very much for being here this evening. I'm very happy to be present here today, and let me thank Chef Thiru and his team for inviting my wife Kusuma and me to this evening. WGSHA stands as an epitome among the hotel schools nationwide and globally, evident in its commendable international and national ranking. The institution consistently fosters the holistic development of students through a plethora of extracurricular, co-curricular activities. And also, we have seen the annual report, which should make any institution in MAHE really proud of. Chef Thiru and team, many congratulations to you, your faculty, your students for this wonderful, wonderful year-round achievements that you have presented in excellence in education, in research and development, in internationalization, in alumni relations, and also in sustainable building ecosystem. We are really proud of you. And to your students, perhaps to all of you students who are present here today and the proud parents, you couldn't have been in a better institution to be imparted the knowledge and skills pertaining to the hospitality industry. Let me congratulate all of you on this wonderful year that has gone by. Your accomplishments have contributed significantly to MAHE being ranked number 6 in NIRF in the country, which effectively means that we are the first and the largest multidisciplinary university in the private sector in the country. And also, we figure very prominently in the international rankings. And thank you, WGSHA, Chef Thiru and your team. Continue the good work. Your contribution will raise MAHE to the next level. With highly experienced full-time faculty and highest faculty-student ratio among the hotel management institutions in the country, WGSHA stands as a beacon of academic excellence. And let me congratulate WGSHA once again on another extraordinary feat that it did on the 26th of November, on the 4th day of our convocation. The team WGSHA with its students, faculty, served 5,000 guests of one of the finest, impeccable, extraordinary meal that they could provide, both in terms of taste, in terms of presentation, and intermingled with an exceptionally spirited entertainment function, including a band and the dance. Let's all put our hands together to WGSHA for this wonderful experience that they provided us. Truly proud of you all. This institution, with its new world-class infrastructure, adds luster to the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and I consistently witness student activities participating in many events showcasing the excellence and remarkable teamwork. We are very delighted to have Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President and 8 HR and L&D as our chief guest. And on behalf of MAHE, I extend our deepest gratitude, sir, to ITC for your valuable support. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, let me again reinforce what Chef Thiru mentioned. 150 students participated in ITC outdoor service at the G20 summit in New Delhi, gaining invaluable experience of serving the heads of the states in G20 countries. You all remember that this is perhaps one of the finest demonstrations of India's collective will, that the G20 presidency, and WGSHA being part of this extravaganza with courtesy ITC makes us all so very proud. Thank you very much, Mr. Bose, and let me congratulate all the students who participated in this wonderful experience. MAHE's student-centric policies, coupled with partnerships with hotels divisions of ITC, ensures that the students receive top-notch knowledge and skills. MAHE will always stand in support of WGSHA. Let me assure you of our fullest support in all your activities in years to come. Under the dynamic leadership of Chef Thiru, students are assured of an active and rewarding learning experience, not necessarily in your classrooms, in your laboratories, in your hotel services laboratories, but also in your all-round 360-degree holistic development. Your achievements are a testament to the quality of education that WGSHA is providing all of you. I commend Chef Thiru for his enthusiastic presence in all activities of the college, and my congratulations to all the faculty of WGSHA for so very proactive, so very spirited, so very interactive, and so very contributive, not only to WGSHA, but also to all the university activities. Thank you all very much. I extend my best wishes to Team WGSHA as you call fondly yourselves and reaffirm MAHE's unwavering support in all your endeavors. Tonight, we will not only witness the award ceremony and cultural functions, but also savor the specially crafted food and beverages of by the talented students and the faculty. Let me once again congratulate all the award winners for tonight, all the extraordinary alumni who have graced the occasions, to the proud parents who are part of this function, and all the staff, faculty, students, and Chef Thiru as the head of the team for conceptualizing and for executing such an extraordinary evening. Thank you very much. Wishing WGSHA all the very best in all your future endeavors. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. I now request Ms. Mahika Mehra to introduce the chief guest of the evening.
We are honored to have Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President, Human Resources and Learning and Development, ITC Hotels, with us today as our chief guest. Mr. Bose currently heads HR for the hospitality and travel businesses of ITC Limited. ITC Limited is a 7.5 billion USD conglomerate of India, and its hospitality business is the third largest in the country, with a workforce in excess of 16,000 people. During his 2.5 decades in human resources, Mr. Bose has had extensive experience in the areas of organization restructure, M&A, HR transformation, and total rewards. He provides strategic leadership to the organization as part of the management committee. In his previous assignment, Mr. Bose headed global HR operations for Indian Hotels Company Limited, the Taj Group, a part of Tata conglomerate with responsibilities spanning 12 countries, including the US, UK, and South Africa. He has an MBA in HR and has completed his Advanced General Management program from IIM Bangalore and Advanced Leadership program from Stephen Ross School of Business Management, University of Michigan. Mr. Bose has served on various professional bodies and is currently on the CII committees for IR and skill development at the national level and the advisory committee of NHRDN at the regional level. At the global level, he serves on the executive committee of the Global Sustainability Hospitality Alliance, London. He is passionate about education and lends his expertise to institutions like MDI Gurgaon, IMT Ghaziabad, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, WGSHA Manipal, through participation in governing boards, board of studies, and admission panels. His contributions in the field of HR have won him multiple accolades, including CHRO of the Year 2019 by Business World and Best CHRO by WE Matter in 2022. I request Dr. Chef K. Thiru to escort Sir onto the stage.
Good evening. I am truly honored, humbled, and privileged to be here with you again. Respected Madam Vasanti Pai, Mrs. and Dr. Ballal, Mrs. and Lieutenant General Venkatesh, other dignitaries of WGSHA and MAHE, faculty members, staff, parents, students, and guests. This day, when we celebrate the annual day here, this is not just a celebration of an annual event of WGSHA. This is a reminder of what WGSHA stands for. And let me share a little perspective with you on how I see it. They say that civilizations are built on education. And if that is true, I think the country owes a huge debt to MAHE in terms of shaping the country itself in what it's today. In terms of education, in terms of standards of education, what MAHE has delivered to the country is incomparable. And I feel truly humble to be a small piece in this whole contribution to our nation. On the other side, I represent ITC. ITC is known as the 5th largest conglomerate of India. But what is not probably known is that it gives back to the country and to the society as much as it gives to the shareholders. So our CSR ventures are folklore. What people probably do not know as well is that as a company we also sponsor, we also support innovation. Today we have invested in 200 startups. We are promoting more than 200 startups, and these are some facets of ITC which are probably not as well known. We also, between MAHE and ITC, there is an essential congruence in terms of values. One of the prime values of ITC is nation building, and that is evident in what we do in the country. If you see, most of our products and services are concentrated in deploying and developing within the country rather than looking at offshore. So with that perspective, it was but natural that ITC and MAHE came together and have forged this 40 years of partnership today. And with each year, this partnership keeps getting stronger and richer and contributes more back to the society where we operate. How do we do that? Education in terms of academics is important. Technical skills are important, but we must never forget that these are also formative years of any teenager. So when Chef Thiru was talking earlier about all the other activities which are done by WGSHA students, it gave me immense pride, once again, that I am part of this institution which not only provides people with academic knowledge, functional excellence, but also develops them as good human beings. It's important, it's not important, it's imperative that with your educational knowledge, you also develop a conscience, the values of being a good human being, because that is going to sustain you longer than just deployment of professional expertise. So, when I look back today, my personal association with WGSHA is now almost 27 years when I started coming for campus interviews. At every stage, WGSHA has been slightly ahead of the industry. When we started talking about hospitality and cuisine, it took the first steps and built one of the finest culinary training institutes in India. When the industry started changing and we said that people are looking at careers beyond hospitality, WGSHA took the first steps to set up entrepreneurship cells and started promoting students to become entrepreneurs. Today, it gives me immense pride when I hear that companies like Nestle are coming to WGSHA to recruit students. That in itself is a big testimony. When FMCG giants come to a hotel management institute to start employing their students, that's a big testament. I don't think there are many, rather any other hotel institutions in India who can claim that credit. 360-degree development. Today, if you look at WGSHA, it not only is ranked the best in terms of academic standards, it has the maximum papers to its name. It has the best facility, and I've seen every facility of hotel management schools in India. Today, it is cutting edge that we offer to our students here. In terms of partnering with international and leading education institutes, again, it's the best in the country. And this, I think, gives me great confidence that in future, in the next 5 to 10 years, we will see WGSHA not with only the best institute in India, which it is, but it has to be in the top 5 globally. That's where we see WGSHA coming out. A lot depends on the faculty and the person who leads the faculty. In the last few years, 4 to 5 years that I've been actively involved with WGSHA, I've seen the kind of dynamism and the kind of changes which have been brought into the pedagogy, the relationships with international academic institutions, the exposures and the cross exposures to students, it's amazing. And I think a big round of thanks are due to Chef Thiru and his superb team, which is just there on all aspects for the students. There's one aspect which I feel incredibly grateful about, which is the confidence of parents. You know, when I look at the students here, while I'm indebted to them for choosing WGSHA, I'm even more indebted to the parents who think that WGSHA is a place where they can send their children to groom their future. So parents, my message to you, those of you who are here and otherwise, you have made the incredibly right choice. This is one place where we not only lead in academics, we deal in values, we do ensure 360 degrees development of your children. But more than that, and I say that year on year, every time again, more than that, we develop them as good human beings. So thank you for your trust in us, in WGSHA, and we, on our account, promise you back that you'll never regret this. This is the best place. This is probably one of the very few institutions which looks back 20-25 years and celebrates the achievements of its alumni for not only what they did to the profession and to the industry, but what they did for putting WGSHA on the global map. Last year, I think 2 years back, we inaugurated the Alumni Association of US. I can see Dubai coming up. If we had to put pins on a world map, I think you'll find there's no area of world which is untouched by WGSHA alumni. I think it's an amazing achievement for any education institution to have. And to think that from all these various pins which are there on the world map, we have to select 2 and celebrate for their outstanding contribution to the profession, to the industry, and holding the WGSHA flag high. I think it's an extremely tough job, but I see year on year that the people who get the award here as outstanding alumni, and it's been reaffirmed again this year, are simply the best. So congratulations to you, ma'am and sir. I think I'll be, amiss, and I won't be doing my duty if I don't once again bring to light the contribution of what ITC and ITC Hotels does for WGSHA. We are involved at curricular design. We are involved in bringing some industry practices to WGSHA earlier than most. But what we majorly do is we provide the students here for excellent learning opportunities. We talked about G20. G20 was a fabulous learning opportunity. And again, I'll take a moment to applaud the students who came there. The conditions were not good, right? It was an 18 to 20-hour work day. They would work in the premises, finish off at around 12:31 in the night, go back to their accommodation at 2, and be back again at 8:39 in the morning. That takes commitment, and I'm so happy to say that from all the 3,000 and odd students which were mobilized across the country for the G20 summit, WGSHA students carved a place of their own. And Chef Thiru was sharing some pictures where they're taking a picture at Bharat Mandapam. I think in that mix of 3,000 students, all of you stood apart and you made your institution proud. Thank you. Training is something that we excel in, and we give diverse opportunities to students who train with us. I won't dwell too much on it, but I think that's one big strength that we bring to WGSHA from ITC. And I encourage each and every student to try and leverage it more and more. There is umpteen opportunities that we have on the job, off the job, training programs, vocational programs, projects, innovations. Please be in touch with your faculty and take as much advantage as you can. I know that I'm standing between you and the glittering program which is to follow, and of course the Assumptions meal after that. But let me leave you with one last word. WGSHA does not provide education only.
It does not just build good people. WGSHA is contributing in building the nation. WGSHA is contributing in putting culinary and hospitality on the global map. Be proud of this institution. Be proud of the people who make this institution what it is. Thank you, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your invaluable contribution towards this institution and for taking the time out to be with us here today. I request Dr. H S Ballal to honor Mr. Bose with a token of our appreciation. I request Chef Thiru to escort sir onto the stage. Thank you, sir. It is time to appreciate our students' hard work and dedication. They have not only demonstrated academic excellence, but have also embraced the spirit of learning beyond the classroom. It is time to honor our students for their achievements. I invite Ms. Tejaswini Agarwal and Mr. Chirag Mehta to announce the names of the awardees.
Academic awards begin by recognizing the recipients of the prestigious ITC Chairman's Gold Medal Award for being the university topper of the outgoing batch, followed by awarding the best outgoing student based on merit and feedback from faculty members. These awards are based on a student's overall contribution towards cultural, sports, and extracurricular activities besides excellent academic performance. May we request Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President, Human Resources and Learning and Development, ITC Hotels, to kindly join us on stage to present the highest academic honor awards. We request Dr. Chef K. Thiru to escort sir on the stage. It is my absolute honor to announce the ITC Chairman's Gold Medal Award for the Best Outgoing Student of Bachelors of Hotel Management and BA Culinary Arts. I request Dr. Raj Shekhar to escort the awardees onto the stage. We are extremely happy that the ITC Chairman's Gold Medal Award for Bachelors of Hotel Management for the academic batch of 2019-2023 goes to Mr. Chirag V. Kirplani. A huge round of applause, audience. The ITC Chairman's Gold Medal for BA Culinary Arts students for the academic batch of 2022-2023 goes to Ms. Shreya Mishra, recipient of ITC Chairman's Gold Medal awardee and University topper for the academic session 2020-2023. And Ms. Suchrita R., recipient of ITC Chairman's Gold Medal awardee and Best All-Round Graduating Student for the academic session 2020-2023. We invite Ms. Suchrita's parents to come onto the stage to receive the award. A huge round of applause, audience. Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Chirag Mehta to continue with the academic awards announcement.
The pursuit of knowledge is a journey, and today we acknowledge those who have excelled along the way. At the heart of today's celebration is acknowledging our students' outstanding academic achievements. We now move ahead to the ITC Scholarship Awards for the Bachelors in Hotel Management. I request Lieutenant General Dr. D Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor, MAHE, to do the honors. I request Dr. Srilata Rao to escort sir onto the stage. We call upon the graduates of the 34th course BHM to receive the awards. These awards are conferred on the basis of 4th year CGPA for the academic year 2022 and 2023. I request Mr. Valsaraj to escort the awardees onto the stage. Mr. Chirag V. Kriplani, first rank. Ms. Priyanka M, second rank. And Mr. Rajdeep Ghosh, third rank. Could we have a huge round of applause for the awardees? Thank you. I request Mr. Ratnadeep Bhattacharya to escort the 35th course BHM awardees onto the stage. These awards are conferred on the basis of the second year CGPA for the year 2021-2022. Ms. Devanshi Ketan Vyas, first rank. Ms. Elise Mariana Larive, second rank. And Ms. Tejaswini Agarwal, third rank. Congratulations, awardees. I now request Mr. Raghavendra Ji to escort the awardees of the 37th course BHM onto the stage. These awards are conferred based on the first year CGPA for the academic year 2022-2023. Mr. Abhishri Aingar, first rank. Ms. Koina Thayal, second rank. And Mr. Saudito Sinha, third rank. Could we have a huge round of applause for the awardees? Thank you. The last set of BHM awards is based on the overall CGPA. These awards are bestowed to the BHM graduates for the academic session 2019 to 2023. I request Mr. Ajit Kumar to escort the awardees onto the stage. Mr. Chirag V. Triplani, first rank. Ms. Priyanka M, second rank. Mr. Rajdeep Ghosh, third rank. Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. And thank you, madam. We request a huge round of applause from the audience for all the awardees from BHM. I now request Ms. Tejaswini Agarwal to continue with the next set of awards.
The culinary arts students have not only demonstrated exceptional performance in their academics, but have also shown a passion for experiential learning that is truly commendable. Now, we move ahead with the ITC Scholarship Awards for the BA Culinary Arts students. I kindly request Dr. Narayana Sabhahit, to Pro Vice Chancellor, Technology and Science, MAHE, to honor our students. I request Chef Shama Vishwakarma to escort sir onto the stage. I also request Dr. Partho Pratim Seal to escort the awardees of the 10th course BA Culinary Arts to the stage. These awards are conferred based on the third year CGPA for the academic year 2022-2023. Ms. Kotusai Sharmita with first rank. We invite Ms. Sharmita's parents to come onto the stage to receive the award. And Ms. Shreya Mishra with second rank. I request Sir and Shama Madam to remain on stage. I now request Chef Kaliappan to escort the awardees of the 11th course BA Culinary Arts on the stage. These awards are conferred based on second year CGPA for the academic year 2022-23. Ms. Torsha Chatterjee with first rank, Ms. Elisha Praful Chandavarkar second rank, and Ms. Nitya Gokhale third rank. A huge round of applause, audience. Thank you, Chef. I request Sir and Sharma Madam to remain on stage, please. I request Chef Shashidhar Bhatt to escort the 12th course BA Culinary Arts awardees onto the stage. These awards are conferred based on first year CGPA for the academic year 2020 to 2023. Mr. Noel Adrian D'Souza with first rank, Ms. Krisha Chugani with second rank, and Ms. Anjali PP with third rank. Thank you, Chef. I now request Sir and Sharma Madam to remain on stage. This set of awards is presented to 10 course BA Culinary Arts students. The awards are based on the overall CGPA for the academic session 2020-2023. I request Chef Manish to escort the awardees onto the stage. Ms. Shreya Mishra with first rank, Ms. Kotusai Sharmita with second rank. We invite Ms. Sharmita's parents to come onto the stage to receive the award. We thank Sir and Sharma Madam for doing the honors. I now invite Ms. Jocelyn D'Souza to announce the next set of awards.
We are pleased to invite our beloved Dr. Giridhar Kini, Registrar MAHE, to present the next set of awards. I request Dr. Narayan Prabhu to escort Sir onto the stage. Chef Vikas Khanna Award for the Best All-Rounder Chef Student, presented by the Vikas Khanna Hospitality Group. I request Chef Sudhakar Nayak to escort the awardee on stage. Ms. Sucharita R. from 10th course BA Culinary Arts. We invite Ms. Sucharita's parents to come onto the stage and receive the award. I request Sir to remain on stage. The Ricky Victor D'Souza Gold Medal for Overall Excellence in Food and Beverage Production is instituted by Ricky's parents in his memory. Ricky Victor D'Souza was a student of the 21st course BHM and lost his life in an unfortunate accident when he was in the second year of his course. Ms. Cheryl D'Souza, Ricky's first cousin, is here to present the award. I request Mr. Rahul Shedbalkar to escort Ms. D'Souza and the awardee onto the stage. Ms. Shraddha R. Rajesh of 34th course BHM. Thank you, Ms. D'Souza and Mr. Shedbalkar. I request Sir to remain on stage. The Professor Trevor Davis Memorial Scholarship for the highest scorer in the subject of entrepreneurship is an annual award. This award was instituted by the late Professor Trevor Davis, a former senior visiting faculty at WGSHA, teaching the subjects of business law and entrepreneurship. I request Mr. Ratnadeep Bhattacharya to join Mr. N N Sharma to present the award. The award goes to Chirag Vikraplani of 34th course BHM. Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Sumanyu Nair to announce the next set of awards.
We now move on to the presentation of the awards for the students of postgraduate program at WGSHA. I request Dr. PLNG Rao, Advisor, MAHE, to felicitate and present the awards for Dietetics and Applied Nutrition postgraduate students of 12th course and 13th course. I request Ms. Pallavi Shattigar to escort Sir onto stage, and Dr. Reena Vanma to escort the graduates. The awards go to Ms. Meghna J. Rajpurohit, 12th course, Best Graduating Student for the academic session of 2021 to 2023. and the first rank on basis of CGPA for the academic session of 2021 to 2023. Ms. Chintana C, 12th course, 3rd rank for the academic session of 2021 to 2023 and first rank for the academic year of 2022 to 2023. Ms. Roshina Banjare, 12th course, 2nd rank. I request Ms. Amarapali to please receive the award. Ms. Meenu Shweta S, 13th course, 1st rank for the academic year of 2022 to 2023. Ms. Kavya S as 2nd rank and Ms. Nirupa P on the 3rd rank. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors, and thank you, madam. I request Ms. Ananya Goswami to announce the next set of awards.
I request Dr. Vinod Thomas, Registrar Evaluation MAHE, to present the next set of awards. I request Dr. Senthil Kumaran to escort Sir and Dr. Rajshri Kini to escort the graduates of Masters in Hospitality and Tourism Management and Masters in Hotel Management students of 2nd course and 3rd course. Divya Jha, 2nd course MHMN-CT, Best Graduating Student for the academic session 2021-2023, first rank based on CGPA for the academic session 2021-2023 and second rank based on CGPA for the academic year 2022-2023. Calvin Nathaniel Joseph, 2nd course MHMN-CT, 2nd rank for the academic session of 2021-2023 and first rank based on CGPA for the academic year 2022-2023. Akshat Kher, 2nd course, 3rd rank for the academic session 2022-2023. Chavan Ninad Sudhir, 3rd course MHMN-CT, first rank for the academic year 2022-2023. Gunveen Kaul Walia, 3rd course MHMN-CT, 2nd rank. Ritwis Nandini Chetia, 3rd course, MHM and CT, 3rd rank. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Geeta Maya, Director of Student Affairs, MAHE, to present the next set of awards for the students of 1st and 2nd course Masters in Indian Cuisine and Food Culture. I request Chef Arup Dhar to escort Madam and Chef Nitish to escort the students on stage. Ms. Nidhi Kaushik, 1st course, 1st rank based on overall CGPA for the session 2021-2023. Ms. Utkarsha Matkar, 2nd course, 1st rank based on CGPA for the academic year 2022-2023. Dr. Amalendu Bhattacharjee, 2nd rank. Dr. Varad Agwan, 3rd rank. Thank you, madam, for doing the honors. Thank you, Arup sir. I invite Ms. Tejaswini Agarwal to continue the proceedings.
Manipal Academy of Higher Education has instituted the Good Teacher Award based on anonymous subjective student feedback. Considering the student feedback received by the faculty who have taught multiple subjects across multiple programs of WGSHA, the following faculty members have been finalized as the recipients of the Good Teacher Award for the academic year 2022-23. I request Mr. C.G. Muthanna, COO MAHE, to please come onto the stage to give away the awards and the certificates. I request Dr. Chef K. Thiru to escort Sir and Dr. Raj Shekhar to escort the awardees. Mr. Valsraj P., Associate Professor, F&B Service, and Mr. Nitish Damodar, Assistant Professor, Senior Scale, Culinary Arts. 2 years ago, WGSHA instituted the Staff Excellence Award for those who are working with sincerity and dedication as strong backbones ensuring a smooth running of the college's academic operations. The Cash Award is the personal contribution of our beloved principal, Dr. Chef K. Thiru. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to recognize and honor 2 of our staff members. Mr. Premnath Pai, Lab Kitchen, WGSHA, and Mr. Sundara, Housekeeping Department, WGSHA. I request Sir to remain on stage to present the next set of awards. I request Mr. Chirag Mehta to continue with the research awards.
We are delighted to announce the recipients of this year's TMA Pai Research Medal Gold Awards, recognizing outstanding contributions to our academic community through exceptional research endeavors. These awards are a testament to the commitment, dedication, and scholarly excellence demonstrated by our esteemed faculty. After careful consideration of the nominations and rigorous evaluation process, we are pleased to recognize the following individuals for their remarkable achievements. The contribution of our faculty have not only enhanced the reputation of our institute, but have also significantly contributed to advancing the knowledge in their respective fields. We applaud their hard work, innovative thinking, and dedication to pushing boundaries of research. Please join me in congratulating the awardees. I request Dr H S Ballal, Pro-Chancellor MAHE, to do the honors, and I request Dr Chef Thiru to escort Sir onto the stage. We are happy to announce the name of the faculty members who received the Dr. TMA Pai Gold Medal for Research Publication. Dr. Vidya Patwardhan, Professor and Head of Department, Management Studies for the year 2021. The co-authors for this article were Mr. Valsraj P. and Ms. Jyoti Malya. Dr. Narayan Prabhu, Assistant Professor, Academic Coordinator for the year 2022. The co-authors for this article from WGSHA were Ms. Jyoti Malya, Mr. Valsraj P. and Dr. Chef K. Thiru. We take immense pleasure in recognizing the efforts of our faculty members in the field of research that enhances the reputation and the image of WGSHA. This year, the Research Excellence Certificates are conferred to Dr. Senthil P. Kumaran, Professor, Allied Hospitality Management, who's earned 66 points. And Mr. Valsraj P., Associate Professor, F&B Service, who has also earned 66 points. Also, the commendation certificates will be given to faculty members earning more than 24 points annually. These certificates go to Mrs. Jyoti Malya, librarian, with 46.5 points. And Dr. Narayan Prabhu, Associate Professor, Management Studies, with 30 points. Thank you, sirs. Could we have a huge round of applause for all the awardees up here today? I now request Ms. Khushi and Ms. Mahika to conclude the formal session.
To conclude the formal part of our annual day program, I call upon our Vice Principal, Dr. Raj Shekhar, to propose the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to one and all present on this occasion. On behalf of Team Workshop, I stand before you to express my heartfelt gratitude for your presence and active participation in our annual day. Today has been a day of inspiration, learning and celebration, and it would not be possible without each one of you. First and foremost, we extend our sincere appreciation to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Sanjay Bose, Executive Vice President, Human Resource and Learning and Development, Hotels Division, ITC Limited, for his invaluable insights and inspiring address. Your words have not only enlightened us, but have also led an indelible mark on our minds. Thank you very much, sir. We would like to thank Madam Vasanti Pai, Trustee MAHE Trust, and the First Lady of Manipal for her gracious presence. Thanks to our Pro-Chancellor, Dr H S Ballal and Mrs. Indira Ballal for being part of this event and constantly motivating us in our endeavors. Thank you very much, sir and madam. We would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General Dr D Venkatesh, guest of honors for today's event, for addressing us and sharing his insights. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks, Madam Mrs. Kusuma Venkatesh, for gracing this occasion. Our sincere thanks to our Dr. Narayana Sabhahit, Pro Vice Chancellor, Technology and Science, for his constant support and encouragement in all our activities. Thanks to Mrs. Jayalakshmi Sabhahit for gracing this occasion. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks to Dr. N N Sharma, Pro Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Planning, MAHE, for gracing this occasion. Thanks to our Registrar, Dr. Giridhar Kini. Our gratitude to Mr. C.J. Muthanna, Chief Operating Officer, MAHE, Dr. Vinod V. Thomas, Registrar Evaluation, MAHE, Dr. L.N.G. Rao, PLNG Rao, Advisor, MAHE, Kallan Prakash Chandra, Advisor, General Services, MAHE, Mr. Sridhar Rao, Director, General Services, MAHE, Dr. Geeta Maya, Director of Student Affairs, MAHE, and Dr. Rohit Singh, Director, Alumni Relations, MAHE, and Kallan Vijay Reddy, Chief Security Officer, MAHE. Thank you very much, sirs, for gracing this occasion and making this event memorable. We would like to thank Mr. Prashant Rai Arur, co-founder and CEO, Alt Real Tech, and Executive Director Shankar Vittal, founder, and the Avatar Hotel, Mangalore, for gracing this event. Thank you very much, sir. We would like to thank our distinguished alumni, Mr. Jiju Varghese and Ms. Sumita Kaul, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. You are an inspiration for our aspiring hotel management and culinary students. Thank you very much. Our sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. Chef K. Thiru, for his constant guidance. We would like to thank Mr. Akshay Kulkarni, our alumni, for gracing this occasion. Thanks to Mr. Rupesh Pandey, General Manager, Fortune Value, and his team for their support. A special thanks to all the parents and distinguished guests for being present on this occasion. We would like to express our gratitude to our students who have enriched this gathering with their enthusiasm and contributions. Your active involvement has made this event vibrant and memorable. Thanks to all the faculty coordinators for their meticulous planning and flawless execution. Your hard work has ensured that everything ran smoothly, and we appreciate the countless hours you devoted to making this event a reality. Last but certainly not least, a heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you in the audience. Your presence has made immense value to this gathering, and we hope you leave with not just memories, but with a sense of fulfillment. In conclusion, let us carry the spirit of today forward, remembering the lessons learned and the connections made. We look forward to your continued support in the future. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you at all our future events. Thank you very much.